Clint Eastwood, born May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, grew up during the Great Depression, a time that shaped his resilient character. The frequent moves his family made across California instilled in him a strong work ethic, which would later define his on-screen persona. After high school, Eastwood worked various odd jobs before being drafted into the U.S. Army during the Korean War. While stationed at Fort Ord, Eastwood met aspiring actors, which led to his interest in performance. His breakthrough came in the late 1950s when he was cast as Rowdy Yates in the television western Rawhide. While his role started as secondary, his presence and rugged appeal quickly made him a fan favorite. Rødunsen's rise to stardom truly began with the Dollars trilogy, where he portrayed the iconic man with no name, cementing his status as a global film legend. The transition to Hollywood leading man. Eastwood's career trajectory took a major turn in the 1970s when he starred in the Dirty Harry series, playing the no-nonsense inspector Harry Callahan. With his portrayal of the gruff and morally ambiguous cop, Eastwood became synonymous with rugged masculinity and personal justice. However, it was not just his acting that propelled his career. Eastwood also transitioned into directing, making his debut with Play Misty for Me in 1971. The film, a psychological thriller, marked his shift into creative control behind the camera. Over the years, Eastwood directed and starred in a wide range of films, from gritty westerns like High Plains Drifter to emotionally charged dramas such as The Bridges of Madison County and $1 Million Baby. His versatile talents as both a director and actor helped him build an enduring legacy. A career of uncompromising vision. Eastwood's directorial style became known for its efficiency and minimalism, often favoring natural lighting and quick shooting schedules. His films such as Unforgiven, 1992, and $1 Million Baby, 2004, showcased his ability to blend harsh realism with deep emotional storytelling. Unforgiven won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director and Best Picture, solidifying Eastwood's place as one of cinema's great auteurs. Even as he entered his later years, Eastwood remained relevant, with films like American Sniper, 2014, and Sully, 2016, continuing to explore complex human stories. His unflinching ability to tackle difficult subjects, combined with his straightforward filmmaking, cemented his reputation as a filmmaker who did not shy away from controversial or challenging material. A complicated personal life. Beyond his cinematic career, Clint Eastwood's personal life was equally eventful. He married Maggie Johnson in 1953, and their union lasted over 3 decades. During this time, Eastwood's rise to fame was often accompanied by marital strain due to his extramarital affairs. Despite the personal turbulence, Eastwood and Johnson had 2 children, Kyle and Allison Eastwood, both of whom pursued careers in the entertainment industry. However, their relationship eventually ended in 1984, and their divorce was finalized years later. Around the same time, Eastwood had a long-term relationship with stuntwoman Roxanne Tunis, with whom he had a daughter, Kimber Lynn Eastwood, in 1964. Despite their separation, Eastwood remained supportive of Kimber, though he kept the relationship relatively private. Relationships and fatherhood, the Eastwood legacy. In the years following his separation from Johnson, Eastwood was involved with actress Sandra Locke, with whom he had a significant personal and professional relationship from 1975 to 1989. Locke co-starred with Eastwood in several films, and the couple became one of Hollywood's most famous duos of the era. However, their relationship was marred by personal and legal battles, including lawsuits and accusations from Locke of betrayal. Meanwhile, Eastwood also had secret relationships, including one with flight attendant Jaslyn Reeves, with whom he fathered 2 children, Scott and Catherine Eastwood. These children, though initially kept out of the public eye, eventually carved their own paths in Hollywood, with Scott Eastwood becoming an actor in his own right. Despite the turbulent relationships, Eastwood has always remained dedicated to his children, even as he navigated the challenges of fame and personal conflict. The making of Two Mules for Sister Sarah and Eastwood's frustrations. While Clint Eastwood's career is marked by a series of iconic performances and critically acclaimed films, there remains one project that he has consistently distanced himself from. Two Mules for Sister Sarah, 1970. The film, a Western adventure co-starring Shirley MacLaine, was intended to further solidify Eastwood's status as a leading man in Hollywood. Set during the French intervention in Mexico, the film follows a mercenary, Hogan, played by Eastwood, who teams up with a mysterious woman, Sister Sarah, portrayed by MacLaine. On paper, the project seemed like an ideal fit for Eastwood, combining his rugged persona with a touch of comedy and intrigue. However, filming quickly became an uncomfortable experience for Eastwood, and he has since refused to revisit the film for several reasons. Creative tension on set. Eastwood and MacLaine's clash. The primary source of Eastwood's discomfort while filming Two Mules for Sister Sarah was his working relationship with co-star Shirley MacLaine. Eastwood's minimalist, understated approach to acting clashed with MacLaine's more theatrical and assertive style. Eastwood, known for his quiet intensity and reliance on subtle gestures, found MacLaine's frequent challenges to the director's decisions to be disruptive to the filming process. The tension between the two actors grew as the production continued, leading Eastwood to describe the experience as unpleasant. This degree of creative discord was rare for Eastwood, who generally preferred to maintain a smooth, professional atmosphere on set. The unease between Eastwood and MacLaine was palpable, and it overshadowed what should have been a fun, light-hearted Western adventure. The film's tone and direction. A disappointment for Eastwood. Beyond the issues with MacLaine, Eastwood was also disillusioned with the overall tone and direction of Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Directed by Don Siegel, who would later become one of Eastwood's most trusted collaborators, the film attempted to blend traditional Western elements with a comedic undertone. While Siegel managed to craft visually dynamic scenes, Eastwood felt that the film lacked the gritty realism and moral complexity that he gravitated toward in his work. The film's major plot twist, in which MacLaine's character is revealed to be a prostitute disguised as a nun, felt forced to Eastwood. He believed that this twist undermined the emotional stakes of the film and took it in a direction that didn't align with his own artistic sensibilities. This tonal shift, combined with the on-set friction, led to Eastwood's deep dissatisfaction with the project then top for e cracked. A time of career transition and frustration. Two Mules for Sister Sarah came at a point in Eastwood's career when he was still transitioning from his iconic role as the man with no name to becoming a more well-rounded Hollywood leading man. Eastwood had already established himself as a global star through his work with Sergio Leone, but he was not yet in full control of his career. The film represents a period of his career when he was still working within the confines of the studio system, which often required him to take roles that did not fully reflect his artistic vision. Eastwood would later describe this time as one of professional frustration, as he was frequently cast in roles that felt limiting. Two Mules for Sister Sarah, with its tonal inconsistencies and creative challenges, came to symbolize this transitional phase, an era Eastwood has since tried to distance himself from. The rare, in a legendary career. Over the years, Clint Eastwood has been relatively silent about Two Mules for Sister Sarah, rarely discussing it in interviews or retrospectives. While he is known for revisiting many of his past films with pride, this one stands as an exception. His reluctance to talk about the film speaks to the unresolved discomfort he feels about the experience. Unlike other projects from his career, Two Mules for Sister Sarah remains absent from most of Eastwood's discussions, a rare blemish in a legacy filled with iconic roles. His refusal to rewatch the film and his restrained comments about it suggest that the project represents a chapter of his career that Eastwood would rather leave behind. Whether it's the creative friction on set, the film's tonal missteps, or the feeling that it didn't represent who he was as an artist, Two Mules for Sister Sarah remains a film Eastwood has chosen not to revisit. A legacy built on iconic moments. Despite Two Mules for Sister Sarah being a difficult and frustrating chapter in Clint Eastwood's career, it is just one small piece of a much larger legacy. Eastwood's body of work spans decades, and his contributions to both acting and directing have left an indelible mark on the film industry. From his early days as a television cowboy to his status as a global film icon, Eastwood has built a career defined by grit, authenticity, and an unwavering commitment to his craft. Films like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, Dirty Harry, Unforgiven, and $1 Million Baby have ensured that Eastwood's legacy will endure for generations. Despite the occasional misstep, Eastwood's career remains one of the most influential in cinematic history, and his refusal to watch Two Mules for Sister Sarah is a minor footnote in a story defined by success and artistic achievement.